Etika. I didn't know Etika. Didn't know him. Never met him. Uh, Never even. I wasn't the biggest fan of his content, but every once in a while, I would check into his stuff, man. I seen, I would I remember I first seen this dude. I'm like, this dude kind of wild, man. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this dude. Are you kidding me? Uh, but every once in a while, man, he would put something up and would genuinely make me laugh, man. Especially when it came to like stuff like like Smash Bros, man. You know how he went crazy about Smash Bros, man. Anytime it was some new Smash Bros shit, he would fucking fly off the rails. This dude would.
No way this is.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Holy shit! This dude would break his shit, run all over the place. I mean, it was probably, I don't think there's anybody more hype about Smash Bros than Etika, man. It was fucking nuts. I'd be like, it was funny because like whenever they release something, it was funny because whenever there was like a direct or something Smash Bros related, something big or anything like that, I would watch that and then be like, Etika, go over to him immediately. And sure enough, he would have some type of video, man, and it'd be like, that's exactly how I was feeling. That's exactly how I was feeling. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. So he just ended his life, and it's kind of crazy to think about that, man. It's just one of those things you got to reflect on, man. Like, you affect other people, whether you think you do or not. You do. Everybody has, whether people want to admit that or not, man, there is, as long as I've lived, man, there is, and I don't want to get religious or nothing, man, but there is some type of spiritual connection binding us. Whether you want to believe that or not, man, when somebody passes away, man, especially if somebody close to you or whatnot, you feel that shit. You feel it. And it changes you. It changes the people around you. It changes how you think. It changes a lot of things, man. It makes you, look at things differently, value things differently. And what happened, man, what I saw, man, was a sad tale, man. It's sad, man. I just sat and watched this whole 8-minute video of him. I'm not gonna play it on here, but his whole 8-minute video of him, pretty much, man, he's like, dog, he's finna end it. And what he says in the video is just, I mean, it is cautionary, and it's somebody at their end, somebody that feels like they don't have a way out. And it's never like that, man. Life is never, don't get caught up in that facade, man. Like, your life is never over. I don't care how much people look up to you, or I don't care how much people think you should be doing this, you should be doing that, man. There's always a way out that is not suicide. It's just not a route that you have to take, man. Especially when he's talking about, he feels like his life is so messed up to the point where there is no redemption. He can't come back from it. He can't, make things right. And that's not true. It's not. You may be down and out. You may be at your wit's end. You may be at the lowest point that you could possibly be at. But there's always a way. I'm an example of that. uh, I had to struggle with suicide or suicidal thoughts. This is a long time ago. And this is not something that, anybody would have to worry about me with today, man. I'm solid, you know what I mean? Like, it'll never happen. I remember when I was at my end, man, where I felt like, it was time for me to go. I was like, what, I always looked at my siblings, in positions much higher than me. I've always felt like that. I've always felt like I was the eyeball out. I always just felt like, I'm kind of the throwaway. And I remember I had to go to people to get me up out of that and get me up out of that line of thinking. And the thing about it is, man, seeking help is not a sign of you being weak. It's not. You being able to admit, hey, I have a problem and I need help, is not a sign of weakness. I know now that, or I know my own value and my worth to other people and how it would affect them if I were to do something like that. And it's just not in me to do that anymore. Because whether you think that or not, man, I'm telling you, man, whether you think you are no good to anybody or you feel like there is no point for you being here, there's always a point. There's always a reason for it. And somebody out there loves you. And if you feel like nobody loves you, there's somebody out there that wants to love you. And for Desmond to think that, hey, I have no worth. I know people are going to get over me. I know that, life is going to move on. I know that, the world is going to be better without me. Dog, I needed another laugh. Let other people decide that. Let other people decide that. It just goes to show you, man, this whole, YouTube shit, online shit, all this type of shit. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. It's a warning to myself too. I may not have that many followers, but it may happen one day. And I know how people can be. And I know the tales of people being weighed in on by the internet and how crazy they are. And it's one of those things just like sometimes you got to step back, take a break from it. Take a break. It's not as important as your life. I was watching this other YouTuber like not too long ago. He was telling everybody to take care of themselves. Every YouTuber take care of themselves, man. Particularly because people can act really stupid over the dumbest things. I love video games. Video games are not a reason to attack somebody's character. It's not. It's not a good enough reason. It may be probably the silliest reason. It's not worth it. It's not. We can talk about opinions all day. We can talk about what we think about games. I can go in and I'm guilty of, going in on people and being like, you're stupid, you do this, blah, blah, blah. And you don't know what is going on behind closed doors with that person, man. You shouldn't do that. Part of me is guarded. because I've been wronged many, many times in my life. Um, I've been taken advantage of, and a lot of the times if I don't really know you, you meet me on the street, you come up on me, and you like, you treat me any type of way or say, I'll snap back at you real quick. Snap back at you real quick. No hesitance. And it's something I got to work on too. I got to work on doing that too. I got to work on, cutting that out. Ignore people when it comes to stuff like that. To the people that know me and to the people that are struggling out there, I know it sounds silly every time we say this. It sounds cliche. It sounds dorky. It sounds whack. All the above. Go seek some type of help. And tell people that love you. I've worked with kids for a very long time. If you're watching this video and you know that I've worked with you, you better not pull no shit like this. And if you ever decide that you are going to take your life, you better come by me first. Love each other. Love each other. I don't care what petty bullshit y'all got going on. I don't care what y'all had in the past or not. Because there's a lot of hyper criticism going on. There's a lot of people putting other people to death. There's a lot of silly stuff going on, man. There's a lot of people, even after the Etika died, man, there's people putting videos up making fun of his death. YouTube is censoring his stuff. I don't understand why you would do that. Somebody's crying for help on the biggest platform that they have, and then YouTube wants to whatever. Love each other, man. Take care of each other. Have decency toward each other. Too many people quick to hate nowadays. Too many people quick to hate.